headlines to another. All eyes will be, of course, on Zinedine Zidane on Saturday for his first match in charge of Real Madrid. Los Blancos host Deportivo La Coruña in La Liga for the club legend's managerial debut with his star-studded side. Rafa Benitez was sacked, of course, by President Florentino Perez on Monday. Just 18 league matches in charge he was, and then replaced by the former Galactico. Zizou's made it very clear that as well as entertaining the Santiago Bernabeu supporters, his priority is winning the 2 trophies still up for grabs after the expulsion from the Copa del Rey. Well, with me here in the studio is Esteve Calzada. Now, you've worked for Barcelona, so you know Spanish football very well. Now CEO of Primetime Sport. Esteve, it doesn't get more glamorous than this, does it? Zidane in charge of Real Madrid, but it's not all about glamour. It's about winning and proving himself. That said, I've looked at his next few games coming up. They don't look too bad on paper, do they?
Yeah, it seems to be like the perfect timing, and probably it's the right decision for the club to make. Once you have decided that for whatever reason you don't count on Benitez anymore, Zidane was always getting prepared for this this opportunity. I mean, he was very successful at the club. He has the credibility of the players, and he leaves Real Madrid all the time. His children play for the club too. So he's in the perfect situation, and as you say, the games are ahead perfect for him to prove himself. They're not bad,
most of them at home, so he'll have the support of the crowd. How much do you think that Zidane risks ruining that myth behind him as such a great player, a Galactico that delivered some of the best football we've ever witnessed? How much is that at risk now that he's a manager?
I don't think it's at risk at all. I mean, we're talking two completely different things. I mean, what he did as a player is basically amazing, and that will always stay there. Obviously, he's risking as a manager, and probably this comes a little bit early in his career. But I would say he's got a lot to win and not much to lose, because if he's got an amazing squad. I think that one of the issues that Benitez had, and in my opinion, when you manage these clubs, you need to have the credibility as a top player in a top club, which Zidane has. So he's very well suited, and he's much to win and not much to lose.
Well, let's move on to the other teams, Barcelona and Atletico. Real Madrid are, of course, 4 points behind league leaders Atleti, 2 behind Barcelona, who have a game in hand. Who do you see winning?
The league or
the league?
I think Barcelona is still the main candidate. No, well, yeah, of course. I mean, because of my background, but I think that when you look at the situation, I think Barcelona should be in a good position to win. But still, the good news for Real Madrid is that despite they have not been very consistent, they are still just 4 points behind. So I think it's going to be tight, but Barcelona should be a bit ahead of the others.
And the Ballon d'Or coming up on Monday. Do you think this is the year that 2-horse race comes to an end? Neymar's chances?
I don't think. I mean, we just need to talk to the bookmakers, right? And this is probably the timing which is more clear who's going to win. It's going to be a huge surprise if it's anyone which is not Messi. So I think he will win, and he will win by big distance. No much argument about that.
And just quickly before we leave it there, the winter transfer window, your predictions, any big names we can expect to make big moves?
Not necessarily big names, but big money. I think, I mean, last year, a winter transfer market was around 380 million euros in the top 5 European leagues. Given the prospect of incremental revenues in the top European leagues, we can expect a lot of movement and probably a record high ever in activity.
Esteve, thank you very much for coming in today. Coming up after the break, Jordan